start recording these sessions as well, so that those who are not able to join, possibly we'll share with them the link of this session as well. So another 2 minutes and we'll start this. As per my clock, it is 15:58. And in next 2 minutes, we'll start the session. And I am really excited about this session, and I'm sure you all will have a great time with this session. You will find few changes in this Zoom conference. You cannot see a chat window if you are habitual to typing and chatting a lot. You may not be able to do it today, okay? Because as I said, there have been instances wherein Zoom chat windows have been hacked. So my team has suggested me, or we have enabled or disabled few features. So you will not find a chat window. So however, if you have a question, which I'm sure all of you should have a question, but we will not be able to take up all your questions for sure. But whenever there's a question, which is obviously at the end, we cannot take it in between. When there is a question, there's only one way of doing it, which is a show of hand if you know that. Otherwise, there's something called reactions on your bottom window. So if you look at my screen, there's a reaction tab which I've created, which is like a thumbs up. Do not clap. So clap doesn't mean show of hand, right? Just do a thumbs up. So I'll then unmute you, and then you can ask your question, okay? So that's the way we will do it. So I've already outlined our modus operandi, how we will go about doing it. So it is 4 o'clock. Now I can start this formally for all of you, right? Good. I like being on time, and let's start on time, right? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gaurav Yadav. I am the founder of IPN Network. I founded IPN 4 years ago with a very simple aim of knowledge exchange between school leaders in India, which are spread across the country. To me, if you are doing a great job in Jammu and Kashmir of India, it should reach Kanyakumari as well. There is no harm in sharing, for that matter. We only grow in our knowledge when we share with people. That is the core idea of IPN Indian Principals Network, which is, as of now, 4,500 school leaders, which is principals, are part of the network. We have our reach in 167 cities of India, and we have operations or leaders from across 25 states of India. Okay. As a matter of fact, we have been doing a lot of these sessions for principals during these COVID times. But what has happened is we have also gathered information from the principal leaders on IPN that why don't we do something for our teachers as well. So we started this series called IPN Masterclass, wherein one of our resources or an expert within the IPN community interacts with or trains our teacher who are member schools of IPN. So in that series, today we are here for a session to be taken up by Mr. Sreehari Kulur, who's a principal of KCP Siddhartha Residential School in Vijayawada. By qualification, Mr. Sreehari is a MSc in Mathematics from SV University, Andhra Pradesh. And Mr. Sreehari is a B.Ed from Mumbai University. I have heard very highly of him, and when his name was recommended for this session, I was obviously wanting to bring him for our session, but then because of few reasons, we had to delay it till today. But nevertheless, since we are here, I once again formally welcome Sreehari ji, who is with us right now as well. He's already joined us a session. And while I saw his presentation during 3:30 time window today, when we were doing a dry run, I can assure you all, it's a very, very interesting session ahead of us. So I request all of you to have a great time in this session. Do have a lot of questions as we go along. First 60 minutes will be for the deliberation by our expert, and the last 30 minutes we'll keep it for Q&A. After this session, I will be making, in fact, I can make that announcement right now as well. that we have tied up with this international company by the name of Acer India. If you have heard through your principal, if you have not, but I can share that little more detail with you right now, is that if you are willing, and I'm sure, I mean, I can start with a little understanding around it, that why I am even mentioning it, that 90% of teachers in India today, unfortunately, are delivering their lectures on a mobile phone. So I understand that how difficult it is to make a call over a phone and to teach. I'm sure it's a nightmare. And I truly empathize with all of you. And my respect only goes higher, that it is a very difficult task to teach someone on a mobile phone. So what we have done is we have actually collaborated with this international company, which I'm all sure of you know, Acer India. In fact, Acer is a Taiwanese company. It's an $8 billion enterprise, which exclusively for IPN members and its teachers have come up with an offer which is for teachers. So if you are willing, or if you are wanting to go ahead and buy a laptop, so in order to not stress yourself way too much while you are delivering, you can avail this amazing offer, if I may say, because very attractive, over and above whatever 39% discount they are giving, which is their standard. IPN has bring in a special discount for all of you, over and above that, for that matter. Okay, so if you are, and kindly do not take this by any means. This is trying to convince you. It is up to your choice. I'm not even saying for 1 minute that because I'm recommending you tomorrow go and start buying this. No, if you need it, you do it. If you do not need it, perfectly okay, because it's you who are going to pay, not me, for that matter, right? So there are interesting EMI options in that. There are some advantages in that. And I'm sure if you are buying or you planning to buy a laptop, you can consider this offer as well. Okay. This is what I wanted to say. Now I request Sreehari ji to take it over. Sreehari ji, welcome once again. Good to have you with us. And I will now I will put you on the spotlight. Yeah. Here you are. Over to you.
Yes. Good evening, Gauravji and the IPN team. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Where I could see almost 500 participants joined in this online session. I'm so excited to reach you all sitting at my home. And maybe just 2 months back we didn't know about anything regarding this online. We were just know how to send this up. But really appreciate all the teachers and all the teaching faculty, the principals, including everyone, the way they have adopted this new technology to facilitate all our school children. I'm so happy, and I really thank Gauravji for giving me this opportunity. The way he was working hard for last 60 days, I could see. The way he said, every day is Sunday looks for him, because we don't know the dates. He said, when he said 31st is okay, I said, yeah. So even I didn't realize that, that's going to be a Sunday, but still we are very thankful for giving this chance. Hope I will be, satisfying you for this presentation. Even I worked from last 2 days for this. Before I used to conduct workshops for the Oxford, moving from one place to another place. Maybe there are some 40 teachers, maybe some places, 120. Maximum I could have 120 in Rajkot, my record. So I started my journey conducting the workshop from 2016. In the last 4 years, I could conduct only for 1,000 teachers. I could reach only to 1,000 teachers. But today, within 1 day, I could touch 500 participants. That's my going to be record. So I'll add into my account 1,500. It's a great chance, and we should thank the technology to reaching everyone all over India. The student people are here. So let's start with how we should teach the students, and that too online. I had little experience in 2007, if I'm not wrong. I used to teach the students of UK and US through Skype. So there I used to have my digital pen, the digital pad. So I used to use and write on it. Now I think the lockdown started immediately. I could not think about all those things, that it will be extended so long. So whatever is available, we are going to utilize, and I'm sure that the teachers will be using this session very effectively, and it will be helpful for your students. So I start with my presentation here. I'll be touching the different things here. Just give me a minute. Here I am. I think everyone could see this presentation.
Correct. Yes, we can. Yeah. If you can just do
here it is.
Do a full screen. Yeah, thank you.
So the man who knew infinity is my, the great mathematician. I think everyone knows about it. Wherever I go, hats off to this great personality. Just 32 years old, and he made the world, great difficult to understand his, mathematics. Really, it's great. Indian, his inspiration for me. There are many other people who inspired me, including my father, who was a good mathematician. So I think if you're not missed, you should watch this movie. Gauraji, this one also. The Man Who Knew Infinity is based on the life history. You have seen it?
Yeah,
it's a wonderful
movie.
I think every maths teacher must watch this particular movie. Really, tell your students all to watch this. Now, I normally do this mathematical housing. Today also we'll try to play a little bit. Normally I just take the printout and give it to all the teachers. I made it more simplified here. Normally used to have 9 columns and 3 rows and 5 terms in each. Gauraji, I think this, okay, I can keep it one place here. The screen is disturbing here, the admit columns.
You can go on the left corner of the screen. At the bottom, there is a movement which you can use in order to move ahead on your slide. You want to move ahead on your slide?
No, sir. Sir is having a problem with that admit thing. You have made him co-host. That's why.
Okay. So give me a moment. Let me close this meeting. No. We can now close this meeting because now we are done with the time. Now you can go ahead. You're not audible. You're not audible. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hope I'm able to hear.
Yeah. Okay. You're not audible now.
So it's an IPN Math 2020. So I request every teacher, okay, to make a small, a grid of 5 by 3. Okay. Can you do just, I'll give you, maybe 1 minute for it. Whatever the notepad you have, you can just jot down. You need to require just only 3 columns and 5, so 3 rows and 5 columns. Jot down very fast wherever you have any pen and notepad. And I'll give you some terms. You need to pick up in terms and write randomly anywhere in this grid. So this is the housey I think you play. Once I tried to explain, Gauraji, if you remember.
Yes.
I was suggesting you to go for this during the quiz. And Gauraji in the group, he used to have a sharp 9 o'clock QOTD, question of the day. He won't miss a single day I have seen from last 2 months. Regularly at sharp 9 o'clock, he sends a quiz question and the people are ready to, wait for it and answer the question. Really, I should thank, and we have to learn a lot of things from you, sir. So after making this grid, next, I'm giving you some terms. I think you could see, all of you. There are 7 by 8, 56 terms, mathematical terms. I think you can jot down anywhere in this, 3 on each row. So 3 rows and 3 terms. So you will have 9 terms. randomly any 9 mathematical terms. If you have done it, just put a thumb up. So I'll be giving you 1 minute randomly. Very good, Rajnit Kaur. Any, not necessarily should be in the sequence. Any Pythagoras you can pick up: bisector of an angle, right angle, secant, perimeter, perpendicular, parallelogram, geometry, hypotenuse, perfect square. This is series, all this, I think. So while playing this, we'll be learning some of the mathematical terms. I think everyone has noted down this one. Shall we go to the next slide?
Yes.
So I'll start with the first 8 clues here. Okay. So mathematical house, this same thing you can do at your house, at your school, giving the students the random, mathematical terms or mathematical numbers, and you can display every day some of the, clues for it, and they have to find out the answer, and they can tick on their, housey ticket, and we can have wonderful, prizes for it. Maybe if they complete first row, second row, third row, maybe corners, and the best, luckiest 10, top 10, then unlucky 20 also.
Very interesting.
The answer, still you're lucky to be unlucky. Yeah, all these things, can be done. So you may work out from the school after, the lockdown relaxation is done. So let's start with this. I think you have written the 9 terms in your housey, mathematical housey ticket. So we'll start with the first clue: a unit for area of a square with one side 100 meter. I think Gauraji has closed the chart, so I'm not able to, see the chart if they are answering anyway. You cannot unmute them also. It's going to be disturbance. Is it possible to open the chart if you want to share any?
I will. No. I'll have to go on.
Link, or is it possible, Gauraji?
No. What I will say is that what I can do is no. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to unmute in a way, but there are a few people who wanting to answer. I'm just unmuting them.
Sure. Okay, it's fine. If they raise a hand, you can just unmute them.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying.
Unit for area of a square with one side 100 meter.
Rishi Bala, would you like to answer? Yeah.
Yes, hectare.
Yeah, hectare. That's the right answer. If you have the option in your ticket, you can take mark multiplied by itself.
Yeah. So
anybody? Number form. Yeah, perfect square.
It's
a perfect square.
अच्छा चलिए एक काम करते हैं श्रीहरि जी एक मिनट रुकिएगा श्रीहरि जी हाँ so okay ladies and gentlemen, because I think this has to be little interactive, तो मैं आपको एक फीचर दे रहा हूँ जहाँ पर आपको अपने आप को अनम्यूट करना होगा, बट जब आपने आंसर कर दिया है तो प्लीज अपने आप को म्यूट कर लीजिएगा, because अगर डिस्टर्बेंस होगा तो I'll have to mute it all over again. Okay, so I'm giving you all the power. I'm unmuted all of you. However, as I said, I will mute.
Request everyone to mute until you answer.
अब you can unmute yourself. So, example, Rishi, Kushu, Rajbal, Kushbu, you can answer.
Fourth one, isosceles.
Skew lines.
Yes.
Scalene radius. Fourth.
Third is coplanar. Will not be possible.
Fifth is diameter.
Kindly mute everyone.
I'm sorry to say, but we are not audible. There's a lot of confusion.
Sir, please.
देखिए मैंने आपसे बोला था ना, the entire thing will not work. So let's not.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
That won't work.
I'll answer for them. I think they know all these answers.
Correct.
Okay. So the third option is two lines that lie on the same plane and do not intersect each other. They are parallel lines. Triangle in which no two sides are equal. It's going to be a scalene triangle. The line segment joining the center and any point on the circle is the radius. The line segment joining any two distinct points of the circle is going to be a chord. a quadrilateral with both the pairs of opposites parallel, a parallelogram. And the last option for this is 3 or more points that lie on the same line are collinear. Okay, that's, and it all depends on you how many clues you're going to give. Maybe 5 clues per day or 10 clues per day. So it may extend it to play, and you have the clues maybe 56, or you can go up to 90 clues. Okay, let's just keep it one side, the pad. And I'm going to touch a little bit of Vedic mathematics, and then we'll touch the online things. So if I see here, the children, maybe for the primary level, I'm just, touching this addition. 9 plus 4, but how to do is 9 is very close to 10, so I just borrow 1 from 4. So I increase 1 to 9, so it becomes 10, and I decrease 1 to 4, it becomes 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13, because we know how to add the 10 plus 3, 20 plus 5, 30 plus 6, or any round figure with some digit. It's easy to add. So this is the best method to add any 2-digit or a 3-digit number with a 9 or 8 or 7. 8 if I want. 59 is very close to 60, so we need 1, and we have to borrow from 8. So I'm borrowing from 8, so 8 is decreased by 1, so it becomes 7. So 60 plus 7 is 67. So similarly, I've taken 138 plus 6. So 138 is 2 less than 140. So I have to borrow 2 from 6. So 6 minus 2 will be 4, and 140 plus 4 is 144. So similarly, 87 plus 5. So 86 to borrow 3 from 5. So I have to reduce 3 from 5, so it becomes 2. 90 plus 2 is 92. I think we all know about this. I'm just, touching this little bit of. Now let's go about this multiplication here. You may challenge the children that you know all 100 tables. So for that, you need to be thorough with this method, which we all know. There's a distribution property we use. 16 into 8, we break 16 as 10 plus 6 into 8. So 10 is easy to multiply by 10. 10 into 8 is 80, and 6 into 8 is 48. So 80 plus 48 is 128. So you can challenge the children in the school, and you're going to become a mathematician. So this is the way with the shortcuts you have to impress your children. So 59 into 6, suppose I can break 59 as 50 plus 9. 50 into 6 is 300 plus 54, 354. If it is 94 into 5, okay, 5 20 is a 5, so 590, like that you have to. So this is the way you have to, make yourself thorough with the tables till 100 or more than that. So next I have a small thing here, multiplication of 2-digit numbers. There is some condition here to be followed. That is, you can see 1's place. If I add it, it becomes 10, and 10's place, it will be the same digit followed. Okay. 84 is 10, and 8 and 8 both are same in the 10's place. So all the problems are of the same type here. So for this, how to multiply in a very fast way? You just have to multiply 6 into 4 as 24. Last two digits will be 24. Now 8 and 8. So you can increase 8 by 1. It becomes 9. 9 into 8 is 72. So the same way, you can have 35 into 35. 5 into 5 is 25. So 4 into 3 is 12. So I can write it here. I'll just minimize my screen here so that I can. So I can write it here. It will become 1, 2, 2, 5. So here I'm just, writing. I'm going to teach this. Now here, 41 into 49 is going to be 09, and 5 into 4 is 20. So 20, 09. Here I have to increase my font. I think I can see this one here. Next, 51 into 59 is going to be 5 plus 1, 6, 6 into 5, 30. 30 and 1 into 9 is 9, 0, 9. I can write it. Here again, I can just increase my font to see. So I think you can understand this one.
Very interesting. Very nice.
2 digit by 2 digit with a condition where the ones place is add up to 10 and the tens place are same. So these are all the Vedic mathematics, some of the things I picked up from my workshop. And I'm going to take one more here, multiplication of 2 digits and 3 digit numbers here. So this is the Vedic way, Vedic method, 31 into 42. So here I've shown you the methods. There are 3, there is a ones place and tens place. First step is to multiply the ones place. That is 1 into 2 is 2. I have written in the ones place. There's a ones place. Then second step is to cross multiply the ones and tens place and add them on. So 3 into 2 is 6 plus 4 into 1 is 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10 I have written here 0 and carry over. 1 is a carryover. Then the third step is to multiply the digits in the tens place. So the digits in the tens place are 3 and 4. If you multiply 3 and 4, you get 12 and 1 carryover is there, so it becomes 13. So this is the fast way to multiply the 2-digit method. So 2 digit by 2 digit, we have 3 steps to go. And for 3 digit by 3 digit, we have 5 steps to do it. So I'm going to show you here itself how to do it. And I have just put my text box here. I'm increasing my size this one. So if I want to take (21) multiplied by 245. I think I'll be taking some font here. To be very careful with this. Now, the first step is, if you see on the right side, ones place to be multiplied. So ones place we have here 1 and 5. So 1 I can write it here. There's the hundreds place, and we have the tens place, and this is the ones place. So indirectly, I'm teaching you through PPT. If this is one way of teaching. So first is, I'm going to write it here. The 1 into 5 is 5 here. First step is done. Second step is to cross multiply and add the tens and ones place. We have tens and ones place as 2 into 5 is 10. 10 plus 4 into 1 is 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. So I'm going to write here 4. So I've got 45, the last ones place and tenth place. The third step is to multiply the hundreds place with the ones place, cross multiply. It's going to be 15 plus 2 is 17, and multiply the tens place also. So we have 15 plus 2, 17 plus 8, 25. Okay, 25, and we have one. So it becomes 26. So 2 is a carryover till now. The fourth step is to multiply, cross multiply hundreds and tens place. So 3 into 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 2 carryover is going to be 18. So 1 is a carryover till now. Now the last fifth step is to multiply the hundreds place. So 3 into 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. The answer 88,645 is the product of 321 and 245. Okay, this I have saved here. So two things I did, I taught you the multiplication of 2-digit by 3-digit through PPT. I also use this one for teaching 3-digit by 3-digit. So this is the way we can, in the regular class also, you can share the PPT. If you want, you can insert a slide and to draw anything, you can draw it through PPT. Okay, so there won't be, you just have to practice a little bit so that everything will be all right. So this is one way of multiplying 3-digit by 3-digit using the PPT. Now let me go back to the second day clues here. We have already 20 minutes over. Let me rush a little bit. So the second day clues, if you have the tickets with you, just take it with you. A segment from the vertex of a triangle to, if I'm not wrong, it's a median. Yes. And a line which intersects the circle at two distinct points. A line, last time we had a segment, this time it is a line, it's a secant. The difference between the smallest and the largest observation of the data is the range. The x-coordinate of a point in the Cartesian plane is going to be abscissa. The point of intersection of the medians of a triangle is a centroid. A triangle in which two sides have equal length, it's an isosceles triangle. A polygon with 4 sides is a quadrilateral. Because I didn't mention any properties of it, so we have to mention only a quadrilateral. 2 or more circles in the same plane with the same center, okay, with the same center may differ in the radius, so it's going to be a concentric circles. Okay, so that's the end of 16 clues till now. Maybe some of you might have got the first row or the second row or third row, but we don't have prizes today, but just keep it with you, and if you have cleared with the first or second or third, you can just raise your thumbs up. Next, I'm going to take up the next thing is using office tools, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm very much fascinated when I started working yesterday, the way we could do a lot of things through Microsoft Excel. Let me share this Microsoft Excel now. Just 2 minutes. I think you're able to see my Excel sheet.
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
Excel sheet is not visible, but it is showing your list folders. It's showing its folders.
Okay,
list.
just a minute. Let me share the Excel sheet here. Yeah, here I have got it. Okay, see the way I worked for so many concepts using Excel. I think you're able to hear me, Akansha. You can see the screen. Okay. So finding LCM by listing the multiples method. I think we have 3 methods to find out LCM. I'm going to take the first method. So first of all, we know that multiples of 12 and 18 So can you see here 12, 24, 36, 48, 68, 72, all this can be listed, and multiples of 18. And we have to find out the common multiples. I can just shade it and with a common color, and common multiples 8, and we need to find out the least common multiple, that is 36. Okay, so here I try to write it, but if we are in Excel, we don't have to write it if you know a small formula for this. So here I can see, can you see a 15 and 12? So I'm going to find out the LCM of 15 and 12, or any other number if you want. I have written here 15, which is the cell of C14, because if you have little knowledge about the Excel, you're going to do a lot of things in this. Next, what I get the second multiple of 15, and C14 I multiplied by 3, I got the third multiple, and so on. And 15th multiple of C14, that is 15, I can get 15 multiples of this number to 15. If I want to change the number, suppose I can get right here 17 here, and you can see the 17 table appears, 15 multiple. And if I want to write here 20, I can see that multiples of 20 appears here. Okay, let's find out the LCM of 18 and 20. Now you can see some common multiples here. So we have here 80. I can just share this one, 180, and here also 180. Any numbers less than this? I don't think so. 180 is the smallest one. And if I take here common multiples, it's going to be 180. And we can also find out 180 times 2, it's going to be 360. Because if I take the least common multiple, and the multiples of it are also common multiples. So 180 into 3 is 540, and so on. Out of this, the smallest one will be the LCM. So this is going to be 180. So 180 is the LCM of 18 and 20. So we can automatically get the multiples of any two numbers or any three numbers. If you want to find out the LCM of 3 numbers or 4 numbers, this is the best way. Automatically, you just have to write a small code here that is just indicating the cell address and multiply by 2, multiply by 3, multiply by 4, all this to get the multiples of any two numbers. So this is the way we can teach LCM by listing the multiples method. Now let me show you another one, creation method. You see, if I want to multiply 36 and 60 here, LCM, so I can see the factors here, prime factorizations here. 36, if I know it's divisible by 2, so here what I did, I don't have to divide also. I've written equal to and 36 by 2. I get the number 18. So automatically you get the answer. So and this is the way the children can be, learning and investigating through Excel. Learning both the things. They're learning mathematics as well as the Microsoft Excel as a subject in computers. Okay, so 9 I have here, 18 divided by 9, 2, I get 9. Here I did, you get 3 here. 60, same thing, I started with the 2. 60 divided by 2 is 30. Then 30 divided by 2 is 2. Then 15 divided by 3 is 5, and so on. So automatically you will get the numbers. The students don't have to divide and write the number. Even if it is an even number, say divisible by 2. So I just divide by 2 here. Can you see the cell? This is a cell bar, formula bar, where you have to write all the formula. So 252 divided by 2, I get 126. And again, it's a even number. 126 divided by 2, I get 63. 63 is not divisible by 2, so I try with 3. So we can try it out, whether it is divisible. If it is not in the decimal, so automatically you think that it is exactly divisible. Okay, until unless it's not a decimal number. So this is the way we can get the prime factors of any two numbers, and we can find out the HCF and LCM. And we know that how to take the prime factors and multiply to get the HCF. And to get the LCM, we have to take the common factors as well as the non-common factors and multiply, we get the LCM. So this completely we have used the Excel. And now let's see how fractions can be explained. So 2 by 3 here. So I have written here 4 by 6, 6 by 9. This is all I did by manual. Okay. Now later, see, it's going to be very tedious if you write on your own. So here what I did, 5, 8. Here I can see 5. The cell address I have given, B6 multiplied by 1. And here B6 multiplied by 2. I use the same method, the way I wrote the multiples of any number. So I just drag this one for formula cells. So same way for this also. If I want to change the fraction here, I want to get the equivalent fractions for maybe 11 by or say 7, 11 by 7. Can you see all the equivalent fractions of 11 by C appears here? Same way 3 by 7, I can make it 5 by 7. 6 by 13, I can make it 6 by say 15. I have. So it's very easy. Though some children are not perfect in the mental maths, but they may be good at using this formula, and they will get the answers automatically, and they'll be very excited, and they will be, I think, sure that they're going to create interest in mathematics. Now I worked on this also, comparison of fractions. I know we have a method. There are two methods. That is a cross multiplication method to compare the fractions, and one more is equating the denominators. So here I used the cross multiplication method, which fraction is greater or smaller. So I have written here 8 by 11, and I can change also 4 by 5. I have written a small code here. Okay. For that, what I did, I wrote some answers here, 40 and 44. 40 is nothing but I multiplied 8 and 5. 8 is actually in the S6. We should know the address. T7. So can you see a T7 multiplied by V8? This is V8. So 8 by 11, and if I write the code here in between, if I'm comparing 40 and 44, if 40 is less than 44, then 8 by 11 is less than 4 by 5. If 40 is greater than 44, it is going to be greater. And if it is equal, so all the three conditions I have written in the formula. If C is less than W6, then put a symbol less than. If S6 is greater than W6, then put greater than symbol. If S6 is equal to W6, then put equal to sign. The logic is very simple here, the formula. Let me change the fraction here, maybe 9. Now you see the change in the sign here in between, the greater than sign. Okay, so this is the way we can try out different ways. Even we can use this grid. If you see the grid here, I made it, click over this, you can see the 47 pixel, and the same on the left. In the columns also, if you see, there is a cell 38 pixels here. You can make it equal, so it becomes exactly the square. So this is the way we can make the grids into a squares. Now I have another. Okay, here I could make a table of cubes and powers of 4, powers of 5, all these things on your own. Can you see the formula, simple formula? So if I want a square, I have written 2 times multiplied the cell address by itself. If I want cube, I multiplied 3 times. If I want raised to 4, I multiply by 4. So you can make, so any table here, the squares, the cubes, powers of 4, powers of 5, all this. Next I see here, I can make the tables here, and you can see the diagonally, if you see all the perfect squares can be shaded here. and can be taken print out. You can ask the children to make their own table using this Excel sheet. They'll be more excited to do this without learning by heart. Next is the calendar. I think we know that if you take any 9 grid, the sum, I think anybody knows of 9 numbers in 3 by 3 grid. There is a trick for it. You just have to take the center number. Yeah, I got 4 participants raised. That means they know it. So take the center number multiplied by 9, you will get the answer. And that can be verified here below. There is a sum here, sum of selected cells, 108. So you're automatically checking the sum. So you can see in the corner here, 108 is the sum. If I take here 8 till 24, the middle one is 16, and 16 into 9 is 144. And if I add and see, it's going to be 144. So these are small tricks that you can share with the students. There's one more interesting, I made it here using some formula like this. If you tell me your birthday, I think Akansha, you are unmuted, I think. Can you tell me your date of birth?
Yes, sir. 4th July.
I'm going to tell you 4th. I'm going to write 4 here.
1995.
1995. You're born on Tuesday, Akansha.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So
Yes.
I made in the Excel sheet here, there are some, codes. These are the month codes, which are in the pink color. And we have century codes. And I made one small big grid here. This is the date. It comes automatically. The month code, I made one small formula for it. You need to know only if conditions, if you know that's enough. So I've written here for the month code. If a month is, that is a cell address C4, I think you can make out. Then I've given you 0, this one. This is the 7th. 7th month is 0. Then century code I have given you. You are in the 19th century, so your code will be 0. It's a display. You can see on the left side. 0 is the code for it. And year 95, I have written as it is here, 95. That is E4. I have written here in the 94. Calculate the number of leap years. So we have to divide by 4. So I wrote the small formula here, the integer E4 by 4. That gives you the number of leap years, that is 23. And I'm adding all of them. Can you see here sum of all these columns? The 4, 0, 0, 95, 23. So we're going to get 144. Then this I'm going to 122 I'm going to divide into the weeks. So I'm going to divide by column here and divide it with that address. So what I get here is 3. The remainder is 3. And if you see here in the days, 3 is equal to Tuesday. Okay. So maybe I think if you try to get it, this is, I made it myself in the Excel sheet. Okay. I knew these columns and all. Maybe you can see at the last page of any notebook or some interesting facts. In that we found this one. Then I tried to convert into the Excel sheet like a programming. Some more things which I worked on, the area and perimeter. I think we can find out. We can make the children also to do any shapes, a rectangular shape or a square shape, and try to find out the area of it by just counting the number of squares. And here also we can see there's a 3 by 5. I have the area is 15 and perimeter is 16. So one more than this. And they'll try to investigate something, Here the area is 15 for this rectangle and the perimeter is 16. But in this one red rectangle, you have, let's start thinking, and so it may be some discovery for the children. Now you can see here I have taken the perimeter as 24 and I have taken the length and breadth for the possible integers I have taken, not the decimals, because we'll have infinite number of length and breadth here. So I have taken here 1 because if I take the length and breadth, because it should be half of the perimeter. So 1, 11, and the area will be 11. 2 and 10 is going to be 12, the length plus breadth. The area will be 20. So 3 plus 9 is 12 again, and the area is 27. You can make it, and you can do some investigation here. When I take the area as 24, you can see all the possible length and breadth here. And same way we can find out the perimeter also. Okay. Oh, you can see the graphs here. I've taken one small grid, the data here. And you can see and the strength. In each class, I made it a bar graph, I made a pie graph, I made a area graph, I made a line graph. So you can have so many. You just have to click over this. Just click, select this, and go for the insert the graph. You can have any 3D cylindrical graph, and you got it. Okay. So simple. If you just give the children the project, they'll be more excited to do this. Okay. So Excel is a wonderful tool which is given free of cost, and everyone knows about it.
Excel is absolutely, there's so much to learn about Excel actually. You're right.
We can explore a lot of things. I've just shared a few of the things here.
Yeah.
Even statistics, 10th standard, I have, we can see the way we do a lot of things. Finding the mean by step deviation method. The teachers who are teaching 10th standard, we have 3 methods: the direct method, the shortcut methods, and the step deviation method. See, I made it here. A small data I have collected. I made little programming that's more interesting. You cannot just type it and add it and get the answer to it. So here I made it lower limit and upper limit and the frequency. This is the class marks of the lower limit and the upper limit, and the deviation, because I had to decide first what is A here, what is assumed mean. I think the 10th standard teachers can easily understand this one. So automatically, if I change the frequency, you see here, this is a programmed one using a small code. I change here. Automatically, the frequency is changing, the total frequency total, and you can see the complete even the mean also changed here. Can you see the mean here, 44.81? If I convert 7 to 10, you can see the mean as 45.36. Now for the mean, I just wrote exactly what it is. A plus summation of Fi ui upon summation Fi into the H. Okay. I wrote this also, what all this means. LL for lower limit, UL for upper limit, XI for class mark, A for assumed mean, H for class size. All these things you can. So you can save this every worksheet as a, for a lesson plan. So even this height also I had calculated by using the difference between the lower limit and the upper limit. UI also I calculated by dividing by the H by a multiplier. You can see every cell you have a small formula. You don't have to type in all the cells here. You just have to drag it like this and the formula will be copied. Okay. You just need to learn a little bit of Excel and you will do a lot of things in this. I also did something about AP also here. Finding the nth term and sum of n terms in AP. So this is a sequence here, 12, 9, 6. I'll change the sequence here, 5 and maybe 11. You can see the AP means the common difference will be same. So at least we need to have 2 terms, the first 2 terms given to us. Then the third term, what I did here, I found, can you see the difference, common difference I found by writing the formula C4 minus B4. C4 is this one, second term minus first term. So I get the common difference. This is the cell D6 and that D6 I'm adding to the previous cell. So now A is already given by the cell which is B4. Now if I want to find out the 10th term, can you see here 59 is the 10th term and the sum of 10 terms is 320. I use this formula here. You can see in the formula bar, the way I have written here, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. But we will not be writing any terms here. N I am not written, A is not written, D is not written, but I have to specify the cell address of it, because it's going to take the cell address, what the value in the cell address, that will be taken into the formula. Okay, so if I change the n value to 20, immediately I will get 119 is the 20th term and 1240 is the sum of 20 terms. So don't you think it's going to be more interesting for the children? And you can keep it this as a project also to the children. So this all I work time I am teaching you, you may be getting more ideas. Okay, if you come across any projects, any methods of teaching some particular topic, please share with me or share with your group. It's going to be great learning. So this is all about the Microsoft Excel, which is very much useful. Now I'll be switching over to different online websites which provide a lot of things. Let me stop the sharing this. I'll go to the my favorite website is the website I might have shared with many people here. And whenever people come, when I was a teacher, they used to come to me, the parents, I used to refer this, the website. It's been there from last 2007 to 8, I think I've been sharing, and it's noted for me, that quiz.com. If anybody asks, how my child is going to improve please refer this website. It's a small website created, and there is no advertisement, but the child for class 12th also it will be going to be useful. Trigonometry is there here. They're adding up slowly with the different subjects also. If you see here, there are signs here, the cells, anatomy, elements, the conversions. We have vocabulary, geography, so many things are added slowly. But mainly they are focusing on the mathematics. You may find, very simple here, 7 plus 4, but you can go to the complex level here. I can use all the operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, okay? And I can increase the length, how many questions you have to answer, maybe 40, 50, 100, open. And you can increase the levels also here. If I go to the level 100, you can see 73 minus 49. So you can challenge yourself with your mental maths. And not only this, you can go through the inverted, you can see the reverse of it, how much to be added to 8 to get 12. Long A, maybe this way, multiplication. Long B, then triplet, adding of 3 things. And you can include the integers here. You can have the board mass, absolute values, so many things. See, just one thing I clicked and you have so many options. Okay. So I can generate the test for it, and I can share with my students through email or with the small URL. So for a teacher, what it is, just, you can see us wonderful things to measure the, say for small children, maybe a class 1, class 2 children also will enjoy doing this. How to find the measure of this length of the fish. You can see the scale is automatically coming into it, and it's a 9. So I just click on this and okay, it go to the next. So the fish house 10 centimeter. So and go to the next one. And you can go to the inches. You can go for both inches as well as this one. I can increase the levels. It will go up to, now we can see 8. Now here you have the half, 3/4, 1/4 also as the level is increased. One more thing I would like to share is the angles here. Many children are confused with the obtuse and acute angles, how to measure it. Now for that you see here the protractor comes automatically along with your mouse. Now you see this angle is 50 degree. I can just put 50 here. You get, see the obtuse angle here, I can get. And always you can explain from where you have to measure from the left side, because there's the initial ray. So you have 150 activity here. So many wonderful things here. So next, as a teacher, what are we going to do here? You can sign up in this. There is nothing, no problem with this. Your personal details, nothing will happen here. So I'm just, created my account here. And what way I'm going to use online at this lockdown time while teaching online. See here, we can create your class here. Okay, there's a way we can get. I can get it IPN, practice test. Okay, I can add the names here. Teacher one. This last option is last name is optional here. T3. I can make so many here. So all these things I can save it here, and your class is created here. IPN practice. I have already created for IPN 2020, because I can see the edit. I have here this one online. I have so many. I have some students here already in. With so many students, you can give the email address also. You can give the passwords also. There are so many options here. Now, how to create the test? You can create your own test, or you can design, or you can use your existing. So if you don't have time, there are common tests here. Arithmetic, and you have so many options here. You want 20 questions or 30 questions to be answered. You want all the operations to be used here. Maybe little inverted. Maybe you want to include negatives. You can generate already this, it's generated, and I can assign the test. You can see left side, class 4. These are the 3 tests I have to assign. Now, how this is the test code. You can directly give this test code, and you can go to your thatquiz.com, and you'll be having your test code asked for it if you want to do it. So I can just copy this link also. You will have address displayed, copy link address, and you can share with your friends. Okay. So if I share that, you can click over that link and you will get this test. And I can notify through email address also here. You have to, and individually it will be shared through email address. And if you want to make your own test, you can design the test. You can have a matchings. You can write left side rows and columns here. And the correct answer should be shown here. And you can have the questions here. These are the MCQ questions. I can write here the smallest prime number. Okay. Here, first column, I should write the correct answer here. Then you can write any random answers. Okay. Then you can have you can say smallest would be 10 here. You can have 11, maybe 99, maybe 90, maybe 12, like this. So this is the way we can create the test, and we can save it. Test name should be done here, MCQ test. Order should be fixed or it should be random. So random. The question will be, shuffled here. Even the options also will be shuffled. And you save it here. That's it. Your MCQ test is done. So not only for mathematics, it is the teachers use for English and then social studies. For any other subject, we can use the multiple choice test. And we can use the already common test, and you can browse also the tests which are commonly shared by the people here. You can see here so many tests are available here. I think this so many pages, and you can browse also what you wanted for the integers. You will have all the tests related to integers. You want for the trigonometry, you will get all the tests for the trigonometry. So you don't have to design yourself. Already the existing ones, you can utilize it. You have to choose it and assign the test. So I found interesting, very simple. So no complications in this, no coding, nothing here. You have a mobile app also here that can be downloaded and you can work on it. So if you want, I can share it here, one of the tests. It's already 5 o'clock. Length this one. I'm going to try 1 minute. I will not send this one. I'll take a link.
So you will you send it to us. We'll be sharing with our
yeah,
teachers.
just once. That's great thing. Now what I do is I just copy the link here. I'll put in my PPT. Later they can copy down. I just copied when I share my PPT that you can copy down it. So this is one of the best website I found, which is very interesting for the teachers, especially for maths teachers. You have a lot of things. Next, I would like to.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Now let me stop this share and go with my PPT.
I see many of them are, because they are using it on the mobile phone, it is becoming very difficult for them to see it as well. So which is why
yes, exactly.
The way we are seeing, do not tax your eyes too much.
Yes, exactly. So here, the Google Forms, I think many of you know about how to create assessment through Google. It's very interesting to create mostly the short answer as well as the MCQ. And not directly it will go to their email and they can respond, and you don't have to correct them actually. You will be automatically corrected and you will be graded. So I'm just sharing back again the screen. Here is my email address, Gmail. So your own personal Gmail address, you can go and you can see the 9 dots here. You have so many apps. So I'll be going to the Drive. This is my Drive, Google Drive. Here you have the new. You click over the new. Yes. You have so many things. You can upload the file, folder, upload. I'll be going directly to the Google Forms here. And I'll be taking from a template. Okay, you can go to blank form also as well as a template. So in template, you can go to the assessment, or you can have the last option in the education and go to the assessment part. Just click over it. Here you have the questionnaire, you have the responses here. I can create my own, the quiz, MCQ, test, something written in the Spanish here. You can change it to, answer the following questions. And you have so many options here. On the right side, if you see here, you have to write the name here, and the field is important, required. If you don't want, you can just unclick here, then there won't be any red button here on the top. Okay, but the name, it is must, so we keep it required here. Email address, must. Quiz questions, you can see now here, we have the MCQ question. There are many types of questions here. If you click over that, you have short answer, paragraph, MCQ, multiple choice, checkbox, drop down, file upload. You can upload the multiple choice questions here. Same question I'll write, find the smallest prime number. And you have the options here. Maybe I'll write a 3 here, maybe 2 here. You have 6, 7, randomly write it. Now you can decide the, okay, already it has taken by default, it is 2. That means the computer knows what is here. I can go for 1 point here. If you want to 2 marks, you can increase 2 or 1. And already it is marked. If you want this to be right answer, I can tick mark. But actually this is the correct answer and this is the wrong one. So I made it done. Okay, this is the done. If you want any feedback to be written, you can write the feedback. So this is the correct answer, but when you see the quiz, you will not be able to see the correct answer in this. And even the options will be, shuffled.
You can show it on the preview. You can show it on the preview.
View the preview.
Yeah.
Here, can you see the preview here? You can see the preview.
Yeah. If you can click on the preview, then that comes up.
Name, email address. See, the options are shuffled. Okay, smallest prime number, 1 point. So 7362. If I click over this, yeah, I get the answers also. So one more thing, you can find here a small icon visible here for mathematics teachers to write the fraction or some formula. It's going to be difficult. So there is, I tried to find out, maybe last week I got this, Equatio. You can see here on the right side, this is the extension for Chrome. So you can just go to Google, you write Equatio, add and download it. Okay, it is free only, so you have to write some details in from which school you are registering, and there won't be any problem. So within 24 hours, this will be activated. You need 24-hour time. They will check your credentials and certify that you are
on other browsers as well. Is it only on Chrome extension or is it Firefox as well?
Only Chrome extension. Chrome extension. You can see one more option here, Screencastify. This is also a wonderful way of taking your videos. You can record your videos when you are teaching. Okay, and there is one more. Talk with the participants raised hand here. Okay, so you can see here, if I want to write some equation here, so wonderful tool, Equatio, especially for math teachers. And if I click the image here, insert math, take some time. I will just want to move it one side. Akansha, can you remove me from co-host? I'm facing difficulty in this. Half of the screen is covered with this. Yeah, I got now. Okay. But last week only about this. Now, can you see the below? There is a latex and they have the speech, this one, input also. I can just, record this one, start speech input, and I will say here 132 plus 596. Stop. Can you see on the right side 132 plus 596 is type. Whatever I'm speaking on the right side, and you have the option here insert math. So just click over that and you can see, and it will be converted into URL and then reflected into the option.
Excellent.
Now can you see here 132 plus 59.
Very nice.
It's a simple one, but if you have so many rational expressions, and I'll show you one more here. Insert math space, we have the equation mobile. Even handwritten, you see here, it's a wonderful thing. If you're not able to write anything as a fraction or something, I'll try to write with my mouse 3x plus 1 by, can you see on the right side, 5x minus e is equal to 4. How this is converted into a mathematical expression? Really, it was, I was amazed to see it. It's actually this computer vision, artificial intelligence. It's recognizing your
AI. This is AI,
script and converting into this. Yeah. So the whole thing I can copy down and convert into the insert math. Not able to see my, yes. So I'm just copying this one and insert math. So how it is doing here, it's converting into URL and URL again, saved as an image.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. This is very helpful.
Wow. Since for maths teacher, making a question paper is a very, hard job. That's why they just do with the handwritten and, do it. This is the one way of writing any expression.
Excellent, in fact, very helpful.
Yes, sir. And you can speak out also whether you are writing this equation editor is there in this, or you can write a 3 square root. If you want to write a square root, just put a square root, you will have a symbol here, and take that one as 5 minus, because we face a lot of difficulty in writing the symbols, square root or like this. And I want a square root of symbol, I take it 7 plus 2 square root. I got a symbol here already. I just copy down and put insert this one, and automatically you'll get it. As we have less time, just showing just randomly few other things. So you get the, the square root symbol also inserted into it. This is the equation. There is one more, code cogs. There is one more similar to this. That also is wonderful. But there you have to copy the URL and again, convert into mathematical expression. So this is the assignment through the Google Forms. And I have already one assignment here, made it, and how to send it to the children that I'm going to show you here. So this is the questionnaire. I can see the preview here. I made it for math students for class grade 6. Oh, I have already responded this one. Use 6. the question I see here. So I could insert the symbols also. We have the image, upload images. You can insert the puzzles also as an image. So the grid also I can, the graph also I can insert. So I have tried with all the options here. Okay, this can be shared by using the send. You can create the link. You have a shortened URL also. You can just copy this link and share with your groups. If you have a broadcast or WhatsApp group, and automatically they will click over that and directly enter into the Google Forms. So this is about the Google Forms. Now I think I have come to the, I think we have 10-15 minutes more, I think, Gauraji. This I should not miss.
Wonderful session. Take your time. No problem.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So here, let me go to the, stop sharing it. Go to my PPT here again. We have come up to Google Forms here. Now this is my favorite game here. I take a small break with this. Think of a number. Those who have attended my workshops, I think they are very much aware about this small game. If I think of a number, and you have to guess what is my number by throwing the questions on it, okay? But the questions should be yes or no type questions only. So it's not just only in the live class, maybe online sessions also you can do this one. For everything, there is a solution. So I found here something, you can just see the options here. If I think of some number 24, you can ask the question, is the number between 1 to 25, is it an even number, is it a prime number, or is it a perfect square, is it less than? So such questions you can put up, I can just answer yes. If you raise a hand, and some of you will be given a chance. I think Akansha can just click over the people who are raising the hands to throw the questions. Okay, so let me first think of a number. I'll be giving a chance, like I'll think of a number from 1 to 50. Normally I do that. Otherwise it's going to be big, very big number. So 1 to 50, I think of a number. You have to start asking the questions very cleverly to get the answer, maybe within 3 to 4. Answer always will be yes or no. Okay, I'll not be opening my mouth. I'll just type it here. I've created a small, the grid here. Whatever you say, I'll be writing the question and write the answer.
You want participants to answer the question, Sreehari?
Yeah, ask the question one by one, but not all together. So raise the hands.
So I'll have to give them
just unmute.
Then I'll have to give them instructions. So I will be only asking.
Not like a pre.
So I'll be only asking few people.
Instead of unmuting everyone, those are raise.
Just hold
exactly.
on. Just hold on. I am saying that I am assigning 5 people to answer it for now, which have raised their hands. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Yes. Dr. Prabdhyot Kumar Mishra, Swati Gandhi, Radha Mittal, Neetu Singh, and Prabha Thakur. Only of these people who I have named, kindly when I am unmuting you, you can...
They can unmute one after one.
Yes, and then answer it, please. Okay? Okay, rest of you, please do not...
Unmute only when you ask the question.
Yeah. Now I have enabled that you can unmute yourself and answer the question. So I'm first giving it to Dr. Prabdhyot to answer it. If you want to answer it, you can unmute yourself and answer it.
Okay. Then 10.
10. Next is Swati Gandhi.
Is it a successor?
Swati,
Is it a successor?
Hello.
Hello.
Swati Gandhi.
Yes,
Gandhi.
I'm speaking.
What is answer?
I'm asking, is it a successor
Of what?
Successor of what? man?
of 15?
No, it is less
Gaurav
than 15.
Gaurav Dev to ask the question, not the answer, right?
Anyway, I have said to ask the question. Anyway, next is Radha Mittal. You can unmute yourself and ask the question. Radha Mittal. And Sreehari ji, you can also intervene the way you want this to be answered. Okay? Yeah.
More than 25.
Is it a multiple of 3?
Mute कर लीजिएगा अपने आप को फिर. हाँ, हाँ. Mute
Is it a multiple of 3?
We have got your answer, ma'am. Yeah.
Is it a prime number or a composite number?
Even number.
Is it a square?
Divisible by 5? Is it divisible by 5?
Is it even number? Is it even number?
Yeah, just say it once, ma'am. You heard it. Yeah.
Is it 35?
Is it a square number?
Is it 30?
श्रीहरि जी, लग रहा है आपको अपने आप को अनम्यूट करना होगा. ठीक है, I have unmuted you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful here because there are so many questions here. You could have gone, and thought of some strategy for it. What type of questions to be asked first and then second. Maybe when I told you about 50 numbers, you may have to, first question will be either even or odd. So that 25%, 20 numbers will be taken out, 25 numbers. The first question, either even or odd. So 50% of the numbers gone. The second question should be more than 25. Okay, then 1/4 will remain. So that way you have to, categorize and put a strategy to find out. So this is a wonderful way. You can just share the screen with your students and write the questions, and you just put your column yes or no, and they have to find out the answers. So that is the one thing. And square roots. I've done with the quiz. Let me go with the, just, you have the tickets with you, the housey tickets, raffle tickets. Let's go with the third day clues. Two angles whose sum is 180.
Supplementary.
Oh, somebody is unmuted, so you can answer. Yeah. Angle whose measure is
Acute.
convex polygon having 7 sides.
Heptagon.
Set of points which has infinite length but no width or height.
A line.
Line. Please reach out there,
Solid
please.
figure which has a
Cylinder.
cylinder. Perfect.
Cylinder.
Ray that ray congruent adjacent angles.
Bisector.
Bisector.
Bisector of
Perfect.
an angle.
Bisector, angle bisector.
Figure formed by three line segments
Triangle. Triangle.
Triangle.
And complementary.
whose measure is 90 degrees.
Complementary angle.
Complementary.
I think you are all aware about this.
Next is periodic
Randomly
table.
we can make some.
Please.
One more interesting is about the magic square. See here. I think many of you know about the magic square. I'll just teach you through. See how I use the PPT again in PPT to explain the magic square here. So I made a hyperlink here. I have saved some other PPT in some other folder and linked with this. And now it's gone to the next PPT you see. Okay. So you can use the hyperlinks from one file to another file. You can switch over to the Excel sheet also, or even the Word also, anything. See, there is a small question here to you. A formance. I think everybody can see this one.
Gaurav sir, if you can mute everyone, we can't hear what sir is speaking, please.
Yeah, exactly. Then.
So please open
So here
chat.
a farmer had 4 sons. Can you see the slide puzzle?
श्रेयरी जी 1 मिनट दीजिएगा मुझे जरा.
Okay,
आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा फिर अपने आप को. You go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I made a puzzle with the magic square. Normally, magic square is a square grid where we insert the numbers in such a way that the sum of the numbers placed in each row and each column and each diagonal, same sum. So here I made a puzzle for it. Farmer had 4 sons and 16 cows. Okay, each numbered 1 to 16 such that the first cow gives 1 liter of milk, second cow gives 2 liters, third cow gives 3 liters, and so on. 16th cow gives 16 liters of milk. Farmer is in puzzle how to share these cows so that each son should get 4 cows and equal amount of milk. Okay, it's a very tricky one, but if you know the magic square, you will have the 2-3 possible answers for this. So let me explain how to make the magic square. So for that also I made a PPT. Now can you see I just have to place the numbers here 1 to 16. Next thing is to exchange the column 16. I shown with the arrow marks here. These numbers should be exchanged. 1 and 16 are done. Now same way other 2 corners to be exchanged. 4 and 13 will be exchanged their places. It's done. Third thing is to exchange the numbers across in the middle grid. 6 will come in the 11th place and 7 comes in 10th. Now you can see here. So this is the magic square. Now if you add the numbers in each row, each column, each diagonal, it adds up to 34. Okay, can you see here 16 plus 2 plus 3 plus 13 is going to be 34. Same with the second row, third row, fourth row, then first column, second column, third column. Now you have the answer for the puzzle which I gave, isn't it? The first son can be given 16th cow, second cow, third cow, and 13th cow. Okay, 4 cows. And the amount of liters, right? The second son will be given the second row cows, 5th cow, 11th, 10th, and 8th cow. Third son can be given the third row cows, and the fourth son will be given fourth row cows. Same way you can take an option like, first column, second column, third column, fourth column. Now one more interesting, apart from this puzzle, if you see, I told you each column, each row and each diagonal add up to 34. Now we have 4 rows, 4 columns and 2 diagonals, that means 10 only. Now if you see here, I have taken up the rows which add up to 34. I have taken columns add up to 34. I have taken this first 4, you can see the colored, they also add up to 34. The orange colored, blue colored, pink and the green one. So very interesting magic square, especially this 4 by 4. Now can you see here 5, 9, 8, 12. See the corners, if you add it, it will be 34. And the top 2, 3 and bottom 14, 15 will add up to 34. And the center green one, all the 4 numbers will be added to 34. Now we see again here 16, 2 and 15, 1. 13, 3, 13, 4, 14, 5, 11, 6, 12, 10, 8, 9, 7. Then you have one more. See the different patterns you have to get the sum 34. 16, 5, 12, 1, 2, 11, 6. You can see the center also. See the diagonals. So many ways to get the total as 34. Same way we have made a magic square for odd number. Okay, I think that will take a little more time, so I'll just skip off that. Now there's one more puzzle which I want the people to answer it. This is also very interesting. Can you see this one? There are 7 women. I hope I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Akansha?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the full view or the...
No, not the full view. It is within the PPT.
Okay. Yeah, I think now it is a...
Full screen. Yeah.
Full view, yeah. Now, can you see here? There are 7 women. Each woman is carrying 7 cats, and with each cat there are 7 kittens. How many legs do all have? So many workshops I take up this one. I find always 1 or 2 people are answering this one, but most of them make mistake in getting the answer here. There are a lot of confusions in this, so make sure that you understand this question here. There are 7 women. Each woman is carrying 7 bags. In each bag there are 7 cats, and with each cat there are 7 kittens. And how many legs do all have? I think 14 hands raised for answering this question.
You want me to unmute them?
Not all. I'm scared with it.
No, the challenge, yes. The challenge comes in when everyone tries to answer it.
That's what. Okay.
Hold on. Let me try if I can unmute any one of them.
Unmute those who have raised only for them.
Those who have haven't answered before.
Yeah, choose somebody else.
There is actually, what happens is I have disabled the... Now you can at your end, hold on. Yeah, so the people who have raised their hands, one of them can answer it by muting themselves. You can unmute yourself.
56. Is it? So 56. Is it 14?
Is it
338?
100.
14.
70.
70. 3030.
406.
14.
श्रीहरि जी आपको अपने आप को अनम्यूट करना होगा. चलिए मैंने कर दिया.
1370.
Nobody answered till now correctly.
798. 798.
724.
686.
406.
1372.
Sir, 100.
So
98.
210.
798.
700.
So 98.
786. I'm muting all Sreehari ji. Sreehari ji.
110 is wrong.
1386. 1386.
1 minute. 1 minute.
1386. 1386 like
2572.
1386.
The question,
2162.
who says correctly?
Sorry.
Yeah, Sreehari ji, what is the answer now?
That's
You
a
can
great
tell.
thing. Okay. The answer is 10,990.
Oh my God. No one
Anybody
got it
answered
right.
this?
No one got it right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
604. Okay. So they have not added the legs of other things here.
Okay.
So the answer is actually there are 7 women. 7 into 2 is 14. And number of bags will be 7 into 7. And there are no legs, so we don't count it. Then number of cats will be 7 into 7 into 7. Okay. So 7 into 7 into 7 is 343. And each cat has got 4 legs. Right? 4. You will get some number. I think 1372 something you get.
Okay.
1372 correct. Then kittens will be 343 into 7. That means 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. Even the kittens have 4 legs. So 2401 into again 4. It's going to be 9604. Right? So 9604 plus 1372
Okay.
plus 10,990. You have so many different answers. That means so many people are understanding in different way. Now, can you think of the child whom
Absolutely.
we are teaching, whether they are understanding the way we are teaching? This is just one example. I just always put up this puzzle to just explain. We think that we are making the children understand, but the receiving part we are not able to know whether they are really learning, what we are teaching, how much percentage into it, 70%, 80%, 90%. So that only the children will know. Okay, so this is a small puzzle to be with. Next is, this is a wonderful thing. I enjoyed this one, Geogebra. Okay, first time I came to know about this in the year 2010. 2010. Later, I went to IIT Mumbai for a small, workshop for 2 days. There, they have made us, to Twitter. But a lot of wonders you can do as a math teacher, especially for the, all the topics you can say, especially for geometry. I'll just share the website here. It's a free of cost. You can just sign up, and you can do your investigations and upload your own, things on this. So let me share this Geogebra. I should not miss this sharing with you.
We'll come up to the questions. Don't worry. There are a lot of raised
See a
hands.
small website here. Is it okay? Okay. So I don't mind. I think if you extend a little more time, I think 542.
That's okay. As I said, see, point is this is for their benefit. We have our time with us. So those who want to stay back, they possibly can attend. Obviously, that's the way it is. It's a very democratic world. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Say here we have geogebra.org. Just this is the only thing. If you want, you can sign into it, and you can download it also here. Apps to download. You have so many things. So graphing calculator you can download. You can 3D calculator. There is no problem in downloading this. It's easily you can download, and it takes very less space. Geometry, GeoGebra Classic 6, Classic 5, augmented reality. Okay, these are the things. And you can see the people who have done this one. Lot of experiments they have done. The authors of classroom resources here. They have shared so many things for the benefit of the teachers.
Excellent. Very wonderful results. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonders. I could go through a few things, but they have done a lot of things. If you see the animation part of this, using this GeoGebra, you feel, oh my God, awesome. I'll just show you some of the things here. Resources. You can go to the resources and you can just, click over the search option here, fractions, and just explaining the fraction here. You have can you see the math? There are different fields here: arithmetic, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, probability, algebra, function, statistics. In all these areas, they started. Even they worked up to the lower level, primary level also. I'm just clicking over the fractions here. Now, if I see, I'm just gone through this edition last night. The way they explained, even the small children, they will understand immediately why we have to get the LCM and why we have to, add the numerators. It's taking a little time, but I can see now. I can share the full screen here. 3 and 1/4. It's already represented here with the help of the boxes here. So if I want to add it here, can you see here? What the first thing is 2/3. They have taken the equal rectangles here, all the 3. And the first one is 2/3 means 2 parts are shaded out of 3. That's for the concept of fractions by shading. And the second one is 1/4, 1 part out of the 4 parts. Now we need to add them. So they have the third one is the answer. How they have put these, blue ones down as well as the green one. Now we have to find out how much is this 2/3 plus 1/4. Now what we do normally is to make the denominators equal. Okay, so that it will be equally divided. This rectangle will be equally divided. So what I do here, denominators are 3 and 4 here. Can you see if I add it here, I'm getting the expansion here. Multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 4. So I divided the first one whole part into 12 equal parts. Same thing I'll do here. Multiply this by 2, multiply by 3. Now we can see exactly. We can also see here, these parts are equally divided or not. If I do this way, first one and the second one are equally divided. Okay, if I do this, perfectly it's divided. Now see the answer one. The first one is 8/12. It's converted into 8/12, 8 parts out of 12 parts. Then this one, second one is 3 out of 12. Now the total will be 11 parts out of 12. You can see one part is still left. So you can see the answer here below. The first step is 8/12 plus 3/12. The third step you can see on the right side here, 11/12. If I want to change the fraction here, I can change it to 5. And I want here 6 here. Completely is gone, you see. I'll go with the 5. Let me see here. I'll have to do the reset here. Okay, I've done. We can change the numbers here. 2/3 and 3/5. Okay. I need to the same method here. Oh, it's going to be more here, more than 1, you see. That means the answer will be, improper fraction or mixed fraction. Now let's see here. I divided here, multiplied by 3 here. I can get equally exactly here. Now, can you see? Can you just answer this by looking at it? Here, 10 by 15, 9 by 15. Answer is going to be 9 by 15 is obviously it's a more than one whole. So that's why it's exceeding the whole part. It's taking more than the whole part. And if you see the steps here, the first step is converting into the equal denominators, equivalent fractions, and dividing. You are adding 19 by 15, so that is becoming 1/4 by 15. Converting into the improper fraction also. Now you can see here one whole part, and there is again second part is divided parts are shaded. So wonderfully I will explain what is a mixed fraction also here. Okay, so this is about the fraction. Now let me go to the geometry. Sometimes we feel it's difficult to explain, but using GeoGebra, the people have explained so wonderfully. Let me take the triangular property. Handle some property of a triangle. Let's take a little time for loading this one. Angles and property, let me take.
I should compliment you, Sreehari ji. In the meantime, this is getting uploaded.
Yeah, please.
You have been able to hold back everyone on a Sunday evening as well. Wonderful. Fantastic. Very, very useful session, I would say. I think you have an internet problem at your end, possibly. अरे net